Title: I saw a text on my wife's phone from my best friend. Taking you, his wife, is a bonus, but the real thrill is seeing that loser's face when he realizes he lost again, just like when we were kids and I took his bike. Some people are just born losers. I was sitting in the dark when I read it. The message that ended everything. The screen glowed in my wife's hand, her laughter faint from the bathroom. A text from him. Taking you, his wife, is a bonus, but the real thrill is seeing that loser's face when he realizes he lost again, just like when I took his bike. Some people are just born losers. That was the line that cracked me open, not just because of her, but because it was him, my best friend, my brother in all but blood. And he still thought I was that boy from the playground, the one who cried while he rode off on my stolen bike. He had no idea I stopped being that boy years ago. We'd grown up together, me and Ryan. Same street, same scraped knees, same dreams. He was the golden boy. I was the shadow beside him. He got the girls, the trophies, the applause. I got the silence. Still, I stayed loyal, even when he mocked me for it. When I introduced him to my girlfriend, later my wife, he said, "She's too good for you." I thought he meant it as a joke. Turns out, it was a promise. The first sign was subtle, a perfume on his jacket that matched hers. Late-night work meetings that didn't match the calendar. A pause in her smile when I mentioned his name. I didn't confront her, not yet. Pain is loud, but revenge requires silence. I started watching, not obsessively, strategically. I synced her phone to my old tablet under the pretext of helping her back up her photos. Installed a discreet GPS tracker in her car when I replaced her tires. And I waited. 3 weeks later, their messages began to paint a pattern. Lunches, motel receipts, inside jokes about me. But that text about the loser was the final brush stroke. I read it 10 times. By the 11th, I was calm. Because now I had a plan. I started with his company. Ryan was sloppy with secrets. I wasn't. He'd bragged once, after a few drinks, about cooking the numbers in his firm's quarterly report. Just shifting the decimal, he'd said, laughing. I had the receipts, screenshots, emails, spreadsheets he thought he'd deleted. Next came my wife. Our finances, the house, the kids' trust fund, all in joint accounts. That changed overnight. Quietly, legally, efficiently. By the time she noticed, it would be irreversible. Then came the stage. A reunion dinner. Old friends, familiar faces. Ryan was hosting, his birthday. I RSVP'd yes. He hugged me at the door, fake warmth in his voice. My wife was already there, her smile tight, her hand trembling when our eyes met. She looked beautiful, almost painfully so. The room buzzed with chatter, laughter, the illusion of normal. And then, my cue. I raised my glass. To old friends, I said, and to truths that finally come to light. Confused glances, nervous smiles. Then I tapped the projector remote. Behind me, the wall lit up with screenshots, messages between Ryan and my wife, dates, photos, the bonus text. Gasps cut through the room like knives. Ryan went pale. My wife's glass shattered. Someone whispered, "Oh my God." He tried to speak, "It's not what it looks like." I cut him off. "No, Ryan, it's exactly what it looks like. Except you forgot one thing. This time, you didn't steal from a loser." I turned to the screen again, this time showing his company's fraudulent reports, his forged signatures. Faces turned. Phones came out. I had already sent the files to his board members an hour earlier. Within minutes, his phone started buzzing. Calls from work, from his lawyer, from the life he'd just lost. My wife reached for me, eyes pleading, mascara streaking. "Please, let's talk about this." I stepped back. "Talk to him. You're good at that." Then I left. The next morning, I had 51 missed calls and 32 messages from my mother. Ruining your family over your wife's small fling is stupid. Now your kids will grow up without a mother because you're too selfish. Small fling. That's what she called it. Funny how people rush to defend betrayal when they're not the one gutted by it. But she didn't know what I knew, that my wife didn't just cheat. She lied about a pregnancy, told me it was mine, told him it wasn't. Both couldn't be true. DNA confirmed which one was. Ryan lost his job within 24 hours. Fraud, embezzlement, public scandal, the works. His wife left him, his assets frozen. He sent me a message once, "You destroyed me." I didn't reply. My wife tried to rebuild, tried to apologize, but apologies are empty once they're weaponized. I filed for divorce the same day the paternity results arrived. Sole custody. She didn't even fight. Sometimes I watch the videos, not of them, but of the dinner that night. Someone had recorded my toast. The moment the truth burned through their faces. The silence after the laughter died. It's not joy I feel when I watch it. It's clarity. They say revenge doesn't heal. They're right. It doesn't heal. It cleanses. It strips you bare, shows you who you are without the noise, without the illusion of loyalty or love. I learned something that night. Betrayal doesn't break people. It reveals them. And sometimes you have to burn the bridge just to see who screams loudest from the other side. My mother still won't forgive me. She says I should have turned the other cheek. But I've only got two, and both were slapped long ago. Now it's quiet. The kids are safe. The house feels lighter without lies echoing through its walls. And when I pass by Ryan's old street, the one where he first took my bike, I stop. I see the empty lot where we used to play, where I cried and he laughed. And I smile. Because he was right about one thing. Some people are born losers. He just never realized he was one of them.